It's time for an episode of Sleeve versus Sleeve. And today we have our perfect fit inner sleeves going up against our new thick inner sleeves. And we're looking at 3 different categories: how easy it is to double sleeve, the sturdiness, and the size of the deck. But before we get into it, what's the real difference between our perfect fit inner sleeves and our new thick inner sleeves? The perfect fit inner sleeves are made from a 60 micron thick polypropylene sheet, and the thick inner sleeves use a 100 micron polypropylene sheet. So the thick inners are almost twice as thick. Now let's get into it. Round 1. One of the benefits of a thick inner sleeve is that a sturdier sleeve is easier to slide into a standard sleeve when double sleeving. First, let's look at the perfect fit inner sleeves. Double sleeving is always a little finicky, and these require a little finesse to get into the sleeves. Now let's see the thick inner sleeves. These definitely glide in smoother. The sleeve is sturdy enough where I can push down on it from the top, where a thinner inner sleeve doesn't always allow that. Round 2. For this round, we'll be handling and bending the cards a little bit to see how they feel. Here are the perfect fit inner sleeves. How they feel in hand, bending, and snapping on the table. And here are the thick inners. In hand, bending, and snapping. Overall, the difference here is subtle, and you really have to feel it yourself to understand it, but I'm doing my best to portray it here on a video. The thick inners just feel a bit more solid and have a little bit more snap. Round 3. Now this is the real test. Thick inners means more material on the sleeves, which means a bigger deck. But how much bigger? I have 2 sleeve decks here. One in our dual matte art sleeves with the perfect fit inner sleeves, and the other in custom art sleeves with our new thick inner sleeves. Now before you get in the comments with me about controlling variables, here's a side-by-side with 2 single sleeve decks and our custom art sleeves and our dual mattes, and you can see that the decks have the same height without those inner sleeves. Let's do a side-by-side. These decks are freshly sleeved and still have some air in the sleeves, so I'll be pressing them together a little bit so we can really see the difference in size. Here we have a hand of 7 cards side by side, and here is a 60 card deck, and here is a 100 card deck for the commander players out there. So overall, you are looking at a bigger deck when you're using a thicker inner sleeve, but the difference is pretty minor. You may need a slightly larger deck box for these, like our Dragon Shield Double Shell, and you may carry a few less tokens in your deck box. And there you have it. 2 sets of inner sleeves, both fantastic for double sleeving a deck, with some subtle differences that you may or may not care about. It's really up to you, the player, to decide. See you next time.